Hello, dear humans. Welcome to a workout video. The theme for today is healing. I am healing from a brain injury that happened a few years ago. So I am on a healing journey, and I bet you are too. All of us have something or some things that we are healing from. If you like, you can bring to mind something in your life, whether it's physical, emotional, relationship, an illness, an injury, anything, any hurt. If one comes to mind, then you can hold that in your awareness during this workout and send some healing energy towards that wound. Yes. We're going to start our movement by lying down on the floor and just getting a nice big stretch. So for 45 seconds, we're just going to stretch our arms and legs and just let our body feel long. Our time starts now. So just stretch your arms and your legs. You can wiggle your toes or your ankles, wiggle your hands, your wrists. And notice how long your spine can feel. We're just sending some oxygen around the body, getting present physically in our body, our physical manifestation. Yes. And hopefully getting comfy as well. All right. Now that we've gotten super comfy, we're going to stay on our backs and we'll do a move called the dead bug. So, the dead bug looks like this. Your knee is above the hip. Hand pushes down on the knee, okay? What else happens is the bottom leg lifts up. You don't have to do that. It makes it much harder. It's an option. Bottom leg is levitating above the floor, and your other arm also levitates above the floor. If you want, you can let the arm and leg lay on the ground. That makes this easier. Okay? 45 minutes. You're just pushing down on that knee, and that resistance between your hand and your knee creates a pretty intense ab strengthening move, and it's very easy to moderate because you can just not put pressure on your knee, and it's still a strengthening ab move, especially if you have your other arm and leg floating above the ground, which you absolutely do not have to do. Yeah, all optional, choice based. Almost there, you're doing great. Take as many breaks as you like and rest. Bring your knees to your chest, and for 45 seconds, just hug your knees to your chest. Maybe rock back and forth a little bit. So I started doing these floor workouts that are half rest, half movement, because my brain damage takes away a lot of my energy. So this is a way for me to strengthen and move my body and stay fit while conserving my energy. And if any of that feels true to you, if you have limited energy resources, I would encourage you to take each rest opportunity throughout this workout and actually rest. So even if I'm modeling a stretch or whatever, I'm talking a lot, just close your eyes and sink into the moment and turn off before we come back in with another movement. Okay, we're gonna do same dead bug, but this time just on the other side. So the opposite leg extends, You've got your hand over your knee, knee over your hip. That hand pushes down, and the other arm and leg might be hovering above the ground if you want them to. Yeah. Okay, 45 seconds starting now. It's okay if you want to push yourself a little bit. If you're here, then it's probably because you want at least a little bit of a workout. But I give you my blessing to not push yourself too hard. You're not here. I suggest that you not be here to achieve anything other than to feel good and get present with your body. And rest. Bring knees to the chest. 45 seconds of rest. You're welcome to close your eyes. And that's time. So we're ready for our next movement. We're gonna go roll onto our side, and this one will be a clamshell. So the knees come forward a little bit. I don't have a full right angle, but 45-degree angle. My feet are together, ankles are together, and we're just gonna lift the knee up and close it. If you want, you can have your head lying all the way on the ground. 45 seconds starting now. Lift the knee up and close. You want your body to be steady, so hopefully having your knee forward is stabilizing your body. You can also have your arm, your hand stabilizing. Feel free to take as many breaks as you want. If we're doing a movement that is just a little bit too long for you, those muscles aren't all the way developed, or you're just a bit tired, just stop. All good. Get some extra rest. And rest. So for 45 seconds, feel free to just close your eyes, or you can follow me. So this is the knee that we were just thingying with. Okay, so this is the hip that I just exercised. That was just clamshelling. I have one leg forward. That clamshell leg goes over my knee, and I'm just hugging my hip, my knee towards my chest. I'm not curling my spine, but actually keeping posture. So this is 45 seconds starting now. This is a hip joint stretch. This is not a spine twist. And that's time. So release that stretch or wake up from your nap. We're rolling back to that same side. We just did the clamshell. Now we're going to extend our legs straight. Again, you can have your head all the way down or up. resting in your hand. For 45 seconds, we're going to lift our feet, both of them, and we're going to do some Pilates running, just like that. Okay? You're going to want, most likely, your front hand stabilizing you. 45 seconds, hand stabilizing, lift the legs, and Pilates running. If you choose to get consistent with doing these kinds of moves, then you might at some point be able to do them without stabilizing with your front hand. And then it's a massive oblique workout. The side abs, really, really good. This is also a very good strengthening move for the hips. You're even strengthening your calves if your toes are pointed like mine are. Remember to take as many breaks as you want. If you're rocking and rolling a lot, that's time. 45 seconds. Stop! If you're rocking and rolling a lot, you can slow down the movement for next time. We did the running. Oh, now we're doing butterfly. Okay. So, our stretch this time for 45 seconds. Bring your feet together. Time starts now. Let your knees drop to the sides. It doesn't matter how far they drop, whatever your body does. And lean forward a little bit to feel that stretch through the inside of the thighs, opening up the hips. See if you can sink a little bit lower. Only gentle movements. And that's our time. So we're going to roll over to the other side and repeat those two movements. So we're starting with our clamshell. So 45-degree angle. Ankles are together for 45 seconds starting now. Just lift that top knee up. A lot of the moves we're doing are full body. This one's not really. This one's super targeted just to that hip joint and all the little muscles associated with that joint. So I would be surprised if you don't feel a little bit sore in your hip joint tomorrow. I will feel it. Take a break or start your rest early as you wish, and that's time. Okay. Take your nap, or we're going to do that hip stretch again. So one leg reaches forward, and the clamshelling leg goes over the knee. Spine stays lifted and straight, and we just grab the knee and hug it into the chest and feel the stretch through the outside of the hip. Our time starts now. Alright, we'll lie back down on our side, and we're doing our Pilates running. So, legs extend fully out, we'll lift them, and for 45 seconds starting now, kick them forward and back. You can slow down. It doesn't even necessarily make it easier. All of these moves are controlled. So sometimes slowing it down actually makes it more difficult, but it would probably stabilize your body if you're rocking back and forth a lot. Whoop. I'm the instructor. I'm not supposed to rock back and forth. I'm supposed to model good form. Alright, that's time. I really feel that hip now. Whoa. We're going back into our butterfly stretch. 45 seconds starts now. Just let your knees drop and lean forward a little bit to give yourself a gentle stretch, not pushing too hard. When it comes to healing, not pushing too hard is key. And it can be very tricky for those of us who love doing things, who love activity, or for those of us who have lost some access to things that we love doing. It can be tricky. That's our time. It can be tricky to give ourselves the rest that we need. It can be so tempting to push, but sometimes there are things in life that we can't push through, and instead it's healthier and more loving for ourselves in the long run to cultivate that sense of slowing down and a sensitivity towards our own limits. Cultivating rest. Okay, we are ready for our 2 finale moves. Yes, we are. So we're going on our belly. I'll let you know right now that these are pretty tough, so you don't have to do the full time. You can start, stop, start again, as you wish. This is some Pilates swimming. So we're on our bellies. Our arms go forward. We're going to lift our chest off the ground and pull our elbows back towards our butt. The shoulder blades come together and extend. Okay? So that's the arms part, but this is swimming. We've got our legs going as well. Our legs lift up and they're just kicking out. So this is, what's it called? Breaststroke. Yes. Full body move, super strengthening for the glutes and the back and the arms. And our time starts now. So lift arms and legs and kick the legs out while we row our arms back in, and like so. Ideally, you want to face the floor so your neck stays long. Take as many breaks as you like. This move is intense. If you notice something hurting, pause. You don't need to keep going if it hurts. And that's time. Rest. I feel that a lot in my lower back. For me, it's like a strengthening sort of hurt, not an injuring hurt, so I kept going with it. For our 45 seconds, we're gonna be on all fours and just wag the tail. So we just did a pretty intense move for the lower back if you were doing the leg portion of our swimming. And we just want to loosen that up a little bit. Wag the whole tail, wag the whole body. You can do a little bit up and down as well. And side to side. Maybe a little bit of circling. Opposite circling. and time. Okay, now our super finale, and if you can believe it, this version of swimming is harder than the last one, so give yourself a lot of grace. Remember to cultivate rest and that sensitivity towards your own boundaries and limits. Yes. This one's Pilates swimming freestyle. So arms and legs, same thing, they lift up, but this time we just kick them up, both of them like that, okay? Yo, it's tough. Ready? Time starts now. So lift and kick. You want to be looking at the ground so your neck stays long. See if you can stretch your arms forward so you're long from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes. Stop and take a break if you need. This move is very serious. Takes a lot of muscles and it's also cardio. Almost there. Rest if you need. And time. Okay, yes. Okay. One more round of stretching. We're just going to sink back into child's pose. A resty stretch. So sink your hips back onto your feet. Reach your arms forward. We'll put your head down for 45 seconds. Resty stretch. That's our time. We will be concluding our time together. I want to leave you with one parting thought. If you did pick something that is in your life where you would love to see healing, as you go forth into the next days, the next week, the next weeks, look for the signs that it is healing. I'm not advocating for denial. It's okay to be honest with yourself about where you're at with this thing in your life. But if there is healing happening, and if you can identify that and look at that, see that, my homework for you is to notice those signs and celebrate them, and talk about them. Share them with your partner, with your friends. If you can celebrate them, like especially if there's something that you can really point to where there was a shift, a growth, a healing, some relief, celebrate it, whatever that means to you. Hopefully this can create a cycle of more healing because you're holding your attention in that direction of growth. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much for coming. Much love. Bye.